Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the She Say podcast. I am Soleil.
I am B. Nicole.
And we have a guest star who is one of our dearest friends. Introduce yourself, girl.
Bianca. Catch me at RedStar15 on Instagram.
All right. Now, y'all, how y'all feeling? How was y'all week? How's y'all mental? How's everything feeling? What you looking in that glass like for?
Because it's my week. Right here, I needed this. Because I'm just telling y'all.
Why? It's been one of those weeks.
It's been one of those weeks, girl. But I'm here and I got my drink in my cup.
I feel you.
I'm ready to talk some crap.
And we're going to go in. So, basically, like, my week was cool. It was smooth. You know, just evaluating life and just think about things I want to reach and just accomplish. But, yeah, that's pretty much been with me. How was your week, Bianca?
My week was productive.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, just trying to get the consistency and, I don't know, just keep it going.
That's what it's about at the end of the day. So, y'all, I want to talk about just women, how women don't respect other women for real. Like how, and it could be dealing with, let's say, you know how a group of females get together or you see a show and stuff like that, they always basically saying like these women are going to probably end up fighting. Or it's
black women, because it's always
black women at the end of the day. These women going to end up fighting or it's going to be an issue like that. Women can't come together as one and just do something because we so emotional. You know, and I do agree with the emotional. We are all, you know, emotional. But I do feel like if certain personalities gel, the shit gonna gel at the end of the day. Like,
yeah,
to me. So I want to just really talk about like how women who just really go out their way to just disrespect other women. It could be in the workplace. It can be in relationships. It can be just anything that you think about where it's a collective of women. Like, how you feel about that?
I feel like women is haters sometimes.
Okay, elaborate.
And I kind of feel like, you know, we need to learn how to come along and get together. And I'm one of the ones who always had a lot of friends. Women gravitate to me, but I've heard a lot of women say like, you know, I can't have no female friends. You know, I buy more with the males, which I get that because I buy with the males too. But at the end of the day, I still need females in my corner as well. You know what I'm saying? So I never understood that perspective because my thing is, why can't you get along with another woman? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you in a sense, but I also agree with that. I wouldn't say I'm like the type to say no new friends, but I am the type to where I don't associate everybody as my friend. So I have my solid group of friends at the end of the day, but I also have people outside of that I may talk to. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it would never be anything intricate to what my friends will know. Like if I'm going through some shit or if I'm upset or something like that, I'm only going to reach out to my friends. I'm not going to reach out to nobody where I feel like I can be totally myself, because sometimes when you know you hot-headed, you in your moment, you're going to reach out to people who you know, okay, I got to be there for her. She's going through this. Let me allow her to just be her genuine self, and no shit come back from that. No matter how I'm feeling, you're able to catch me, or you're able to give me your opinion where I know it's valued. But I don't want to reach out to nobody who I feel like you can take the information that I'm telling you and misuse it in a sense. Like if we fall out or something happened, or you just run around telling my business. Like I don't think that's genuine. Like, you know, it's a level to vent into your other friends about one friend.
People gotta understand the difference between
It's a difference between venting about your. I'm gonna re-say this. It's a difference between venting to one friend about another friend versus going to a friend and just dogging them and telling their business at the end of the day. Because whoever your real genuine friend is gonna love your other friend because they fucking love you at the end of the day. So if something affects them to where something, you can understand that in the sense of, that's my friend, that's her girl. Even if you might not rock with them like that or however they carry themselves, you can respect her emotions or how things going on, or give her the sound opinion because she's your friend. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people miss that nowadays, you know, and then a lot of people outgrow people too as well. You know, it might not end on nothing bad, but just because it's just like we're outgrowing each other. Like the certain things we're into, I'm no longer into. You know what I'm saying? So you outgrow that situation and they stay stagnant in that same situation. So those couple things as well. But we also got them hoes that ain't our friends. And they feel the need to attack us, go in on us, and it can go to relationships. It can go to, well, majority is relationships. And if for some reason in the black community it's like a competition. Not even the black community. Let me take that off. Let's reverse. As women, sometimes it can become competitive. Because really it's more females than it is males. That's just scientifically. So it's more females than it is males. And you got all these females aiming for a certain man. And at the same time, every female ain't the best to where they need to be in order to gain a certain caliber of man. You know, so for the ones who are here searching and they looking for their hoe, sometimes you might go against something. Not like where you're really in competition, but just you're not the only person where he can have a choice on. You know, so what, you know, he picks you. And I hear a lot of men even saying like, what do you have to bring to the table? But they're not just asking they make that. They'll lay down with whatever. But they sitting up here asking women as a whole, black women too in these podcasts, they attacking and saying, what can y'all bring as a whole to the male community, basically, black males? And I feel like it shouldn't be an audition where we're auditioning. I feel like at the end of the day, it shouldn't be a competition. It shouldn't be an audition. It should be something where men are sitting up there allowing us to be us. And that's that. It shouldn't be sitting up here where this question is even asked or where we even doing this fucking podcast about it. But it's a question.
Again, it's been said way too many times. And I just want to know, like you said, why is it that we got to look at it as what do we have to bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, why is that important? You know what I'm saying? We love each other. We going to do this shit, like, regardless of how we going to get it done, it's going to get done.
Because let's say this, okay? Let's say you have a family and y'all share children. At the end of the day, you got your woman in the household. She's taking care of the children. She's picking the children up from school. She's taking them to school. You're off at work this whole time. Whole time you at work, she done took the children to school. The children had school. They come home. She picking children up. And meantime, while them kids at school, she's in the household. She's cleaning. She making sure not only for you is your household secure, but when her kids come home, her household is a certain way so they can walk into peace, you know, at the end of the day. So not only that, she's thinking about dinner. She's thinking about the kids going to have homework. She's thinking about all these things that tie in before you come home. And all you've been doing this whole time is working. But let's take into account a woman who's working. So she dropped the kids off at school, or y'all got somebody to take the kids to school or pick the kids up, however way. You're not stressed about it being at work, but she's stressed at work because she got to depend on somebody else to get her kids. You know, so in the back of her mind, oh yeah, I got this person XYZ. But at the same time, if something goes wrong or that person can't get them kids, she has to get her children. She's not going to drop everything and call you. The first thing she's going to do is react and get her kids. You know what I'm saying? But she's at work this whole time, just like you at work, carefree, doing your thing, dealing with the stress at work. She's not going to bother you because she knows you're working and you're providing for the household. But she's doing the same thing, working, providing for the household, but she got all these worries up under her as well. So she's at work, the kids at school, she can be carefree for a moment, but if something goes wrong or the school calls her, whatever, she got to act for her kids. But let's say a day goes well, she ain't got to act for her kids, but she's just programmed in that mode to think if something go wrong, I got to respond. So then she lives out her day. She comes home. After she work a shift like you work the shift, she goes and get the kids from whoever the provider is. Then she goes home. Then she got to put a meal on for all of y'all. Then she got to prep the house to keep the house clean for when you come home. Then you come home and you're walking into
homework before you even get here.
Yeah, I thought about that. So then let's talk about that. I got to do homework, put them kids to bed, and then you come home and everything is just where you want everything to be. But y'all sitting up here questioning about what black women bring to the household. Even if she don't got no kids. My whole thing is y'all not instilling peace into the household. Y'all not bringing in a zone to where everything, you come home from work, everything's cool. But let's say a woman who don't got kids, so she's still out here worrying about dinner. She's still out here worrying about, let me keep this house clean for when he come home and things go that way. She's still out here worrying about work. Mm-hmm. My thing is, I mean, come on now. If y'all want to say y'all want to provide, y'all want to do everything, you got to make my life comfortable. Mm-hmm. For me to do what's necessary for you, want me to do for you, and bring you certain things. But why my thing is, at the end of the day, why is what we provide, whatever they want to say. I ain't going to use their last one on the podcast.
Well, I just...
Intangible,
you know
whatever.
I just want to touch up on, can you tell these people, because this podcast that you're talking about, I didn't hear. But it just tripped me out because I had you say it like 2 times, and I was like, it finally dawned on me, like, what is these men trying to say?
Yeah, because I still didn't hear it.
So,
I didn't get it.
I want you to tell these people what it was that these guys said on this podcast.
So I think it was a friend of his or just a woman he knew, and he was talking to her, and she was just saying, basically, she's accomplished, she has a good job, she has her things in order, and now the only thing she's missing is a good man. Mm-hmm. And he basically said, you've taken yourself out of the running because now you can supply to all those things for yourself. You eliminated my job. Mm. But then it's the conversation of what do you bring to the table.
So it's like y'all going in circles, basically.
Yeah, it's like a conversation in circles. I don't know if that's, a difference in some men care about that and some men don't. I feel like that is the case in some instances. But yeah, it's very confusing to know if you're...
So, like, what are we supposed to do at this point? Yeah. What is our role? Y'all tell us what y'all like, what y'all want. Because at this point, we confused.
Yeah, what is the perfect medium between being completely, capable yourself and being nothing and, waiting hand and foot on someone?
Right. Yeah. And I think that's that's an individual choice for men and women. I feel at the end of the day, you got to know what you want as men going out here and looking for a woman as your partner. Now, as far as what you can ask a woman when you're dating her, what you provide, like what you bring to the table, what's XYZ, depending on what you require as a man, then y'all can have that conversation because y'all need to have that conversation. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's whole in the Black community, and also now that we coming up with these podcasts and we getting on, it's every time I'm seeing something go viral on social media, I'm seeing what women lack. Mm-hmm. And what we can bring. It's like we're being interviewed to be a fucking woman.
And see, I don't understand that. This is what I don't understand about these men. Because we went on the podcast this last weekend. Mm-hmm. We went on the Joshua Adams podcast. Shout out to him for having us. It was great. But he said some shit that kind of struck me. He said, if I'm providing, I feel like I should be able to go out. And I feel like I should be able, if I see an attractive woman and I want to do something with this woman, I should be able to do that because I'm providing. Okay, now you do that. Now you don't, and I find out you done cause friction with me. Now I no longer want to be submissive. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't want to be none of this shit because what you stepping out for? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So now I don't want to follow you no more. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're not leaving.
What tone are you setting for me?
Right. So I agree with that. I mean, but I don't know. I just feel like men in a sense think they operate more with, they feel like we are set up different to be.
So it's a double standard.
They feel like that us going out here cheating, even though we got a family at home, is because we must really like that person because we are emotional.
But can you disagree that it's not always like that?
I definitely can disagree because at the end, I mean, that's, you know what I'm trying to say. I definitely agree with you because
these men are men. It's trying to tell y'all
it's not that. It's girls out here who really are just, that's the type of shit they own. Like, that's the type of things they want to do. So they're going to do it at the end of the day. But I think men think that they are set up genetically and just in their nature to do what they do. Like, they don't look at sex. And that is a true statement. They don't look at sex like we look at sex. Some girls are able to take the emotions out of it, but we are not able to take the emotions out of it. So I can see where their sense of mind is like, okay, if she's not that type of girl, she do it. Like, let's say for my situation. If I ever did anything, you know what I'm saying, or step out on him or be some kind of way with him, when he finds or whatever, if he finds out about some shit like that, he's going to know, like, this ain't in her nature. She must really wanted that nigga or wanted to fuck with that nigga. Or even if I might have fucked up, it's some nigga that she liked, that she acted on. Because truthfully, I'm not gonna act on, or I wouldn't do nothing like that unless it's a man I'm comfortable with. You know? But some girls, don't get me wrong, some girls are out here and they can do that with no problem.
And some of them are, and it's gonna make it right. You know what I'm saying? They on the tip of, you did this to me, so I'm gonna do it to you. I don't want to break up with you. So you provide and you doing all this for me. So you know what I'm saying? It's cheaper to keep them. Yeah. So I'm gonna just do you how you doing me.
Doing me.
It ain't gotta be nothing attached.
It ain't nothing, and it's nothing wrong with
and
that.
And I feel like we shouldn't feel like that, but I feel like sometimes men
that's how men feel though.
To feel like that because that's how they feel.
That's how they feel though. Like they feel like, okay, if I could do my thing, that's not going to, that whatever I do on the outside, I should denounce myself as a man as far as how I'm treating you, how I'm taking care of this household.
So why I can't be like that with a woman?
Because they feel like we act with emotions.
Yeah.
So we're not going to take care of that
because
household.
All of them not.
We're going to operate to another one.
But like that. You get some that will take care of the household.
You right.
Nah, it ain't me, but I'm just saying in general.
No, I feel it's not none of us, but I'm just saying like in general.
I came across some that actually, you be like, damn, your whole mindset is like, I feel like I'm talking to a man, like, but then again, I see why certain women think like that, act like that, because at the end of the day, we have to protect ourselves sometimes. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they're protecting themselves, by acting like this man. I feel like that. So what do you think about these women?
Each other drinks.
I don't know. But what do you think
my ice is gone. Go ahead.
What do you think? My ice gone. Ain't no ice Ain't no ice here. What do you think about these women who attack other women in regards to a man?
I'm not feeling that shit. Because I feel like this. Because I have been in situations where girls attack me. You know, but I've never been in a situation where I attack the other girl. I only attack the other girl if you came for me in some kind of sense, you know. But I feel like even being younger, I never went out there deliberately and attacked another motherfucker. Like, even when I was like 16, them hoes always came to me. I'm like, what's your problem? And you can't show that you even fucking with them. So why are you coming for me?
And even if you can, why are you coming for me? Your loyalty is with him.
Your problem is not with me. I wasn't in the room when y'all were fucking. So why are you knocking on my door, basically trying to say some shit? I'm not literally knocking on the door, but some hoes got knocked on the door. Back in the day, you had some hoes.
How do you think that?
They probably
how do you think that problem? I just want to know, how do you think that problem can be fixed?
I feel like it comes with people understand, and women understand we ain't in competition. At the end of the day, I feel like we all make the choices to shit that we want to deal with. And niggas lie, don't get me wrong. Men are not upfront about the situation sometimes, but a lot of men are upfront about their situation. So if they're telling you this and that, even if they're telling you, yeah, I got a baby mama, I live with my baby mama, but I don't fuck with her. She this, she that. The key, what you need to understand is, I got a baby mama, I got kids, and I'm living with her. So, no matter what he says after the part, you need to realize that he's saying,
not even only that,
I'm living with her.
But even if you ain't his baby mama, you're going to have to respect his baby mama, because guess what? He's stuck with this lady for a while, a long ass time.
You're going to have to respect her. But no, what I'm saying is a situation. So, let's say if he's not with his baby mother, he's living by himself. He got, you know what I'm saying? But if he's living by himself and he says, you know, basically like, we're working around, blah, blah, blah. It's a difference to him saying, you still got to respect his baby mama. That should be
forthcoming. But that's what I'm
But it ain't. But it should be like
that.
But it should
be. These guys is messy when it comes to that. That's what I'm getting to. These guys is messy when it comes to that, because at some point y'all got to draw the line.
Right.
When y'all dating, you know what I'm saying? And us women, we got to look at the signs of how they're treating the mother of their children. Because if they're dogging the mother of their children, what do you think they're going to do to you?
And
you see what I'm saying?
And what if you go through that situation? What do you expect from that? You know?
That's
but
the like I'm getting to.
Yeah, and then what I'm getting to is like, okay, let's say if they are living with they woman, not even just mother of their kids, they woman, because this is what but they coming off telling you that I'm not dealing with her, or it's just this and that, I'm here for my kids, XYZ and all that, and you're soaking this up as a woman, knowing damn well,
come on now,
if a nigga telling you I live with my baby mama, XYZ, they're not living for their kids.
Right.
They living because they want
to be there.
So get that out your sense. Well, okay, you got that scenario. Then you got the scenario, he like, yeah, I got a woman. Period. You want him so bad, you still act on it. All these women act on it. Now, Shit ain't going away. He pulling back from you.
Or you thought it was
He's not fucking with you like that. You in your mind, you thought, oh, I can take him from this bitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now you in your emotions. Now you want to ride the other woman. I'm about to blow up her shit. I'm about to blow up and I'm going to reveal what kind of man he is. She don't respond to you as she want to. Or you attacking her. First off, you coming off and you attacking. Mm-hmm. Or you coming off and you trying to be like, oh, I'm just letting you know what's going on, woman to woman. But you wasn't saying woman to woman when you was fucking him months ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't coming at me now, but now you're coming at me because now you're uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Now I need to respond, reacting the way you want me to react. Mm-hmm. And I'm not reacting in that way. My
thing is, these women know. You know what I'm saying? Off top. And I respect the guy that can come to me and be like, hey, so I got this going on. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking to have fun because I don't want no strings attached. I can respect that. Mm-hmm. Versus a man coming to me, pillow talking me. You know what I'm saying? Then your actions is saying something different. Now we got a problem. Now you're going to cause me to be in my emotions.
Right.
As far as if you just came to me and being honest, you know what I'm saying? You gave me my option. Mm-hmm. So if I decided to still mess with you,
that's on me.
That's on me. Mm-hmm. What I'm gonna reach out to her for? She ain't did nothing to me. I don't owe her shit. She don't owe me shit.
She don't owe you shit. Yeah.
You already told me what it is. What am I gonna be mad at you for? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
Like
that's that.
That's that. In a nutshell, we got to do better with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to do better with that.
Yeah.
Because you know what you're messing with when somebody tell you up front.
Up front, what they doing. And sometimes men is not telling you up front. They probably.
But you still know the signs.
But you know now. You know the signs and you know the situation.
And you know how you are.
Exactly. You know how you are. So you know you can't have this kind of situation. Why
are you putting yourself in that?
Yeah. You know. What you think, Bianca?
I've seen a lot of situations like that. And I think you have to take things at face value. Whether they're telling you in your face, you know, mm-hmm. I have something else going on the side, or you just know that. Mm-hmm. You understand the circumstances and you know it's not cut and dry. You and that person aren't going to be something because they're outside of that. But, I don't know. I think you just got to take things for what they are and move accordingly. If you want to be involved, be involved. But if you can't detach the emotion, just slide.
Just slide.
My thing is, because why bother this other girl? That's why bother another girl, period. This is why my thing.
Why bother another situation to be
and then get mad when the other girl, you bother this other girl, you stirring the pot, and then get mad when some shit pop off. And she responds to it.
And she responds to it.
It's like,
and it's not the way you expected for her to respond.
Yeah.
And now you upset because she responded. And she responded. She shot.
I think sometimes.
So how you gonna be mad because you started with her?
Yeah, I think sometimes they try to control what they can't control. Mm-hmm. They know as a man they can't do anything with. He's gonna do him regardless. And sometimes they may use intimidation with another woman, or whatever the case. Maybe they can sympathize if you tell them a story and tell them, we together and whatever.
Yeah.
I think they try to control it beyond him if they can't do nothing with him.
Yeah.
And who knows how that's gonna turn out.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I mean, all that stuff go hand in hand. Like, it don't go hand in hand, but shit, everybody react in sort of sense. You know the type of female you are. Yeah. Even if you was to deal like XYZ, if you was still with a man who has something going on, I feel like our maturity level, that for one, it got to be some folks wanting to deal with it for real, but also of the level of how we're going to respond and respect his situation. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people lack respect, nowadays. They think they are entitled for a man just because you fucking them. Mm-hmm. And that's why I want to tell y'all something. Sex don't mean nothing. Mm-mm. I know people, as females, we put a lot in our mind, like, okay, I had sex with him. And then, like, back in the day, we used to be like, oh, it was raw. Mm-hmm. That don't mean nothing no more. Mm-hmm. That don't mean nothing because men out here having sex without condoms. All of them, right? Females are joining them because they're allowing it. And people are just not putting the label or putting the security on things they need to. Because they, for one, don't think it's nothing that they need to really be, like, worried about. And for two, they just don't respect. They just don't care. They don't really care what happened until it happened. Right. So, and it's not bashing people because everybody been there. Everybody done it. But at the same time, as you get older and we in our 30s, if we are presented with a situation like that, not saying that we would do it, but I'm just saying for just hypothetical senses. If you're presented with a man who has a woman and you decide, okay, I'm going to fuck with him, you know when to end it and when to just let that shit go. This shit is not me. It's not because I still feel like, okay, if you a man out here, let's talk about y'all men, because I'm touching the surface. Let's say you is a man out here that's having affairs and whatever, doing what you got to do, whatever the fuck you want to do. As a level of a woman who is not really your woman, what the fuck am I getting from your situation of me, your dick? What?
She might be getting a little bit of money.
Gotta get something more.
You do.
You gotta give me something more. That's a level of females. Because I feel like if I'm gonna be a woman out there, I'm gonna fuck with somebody who can do something for me. It gotta be something more than your dick.
Be taken care of.
It gotta be something more than your dick that's satisfying my need to deal with you. Yeah, like it can't be I'ma just come and we meeting up and that's that, and then you know what I'm saying, it's nothing more coming from the situation of you telling me you got a woman and you sign back to her, you're providing, you're doing this and you're doing all that, which is you should. But at the same time, for me, I think if I was out here,
you'd be out here,
and then they come to me with that type of situation, okay, not saying I'm looking for it, because I would never look for that, but they come to me, yeah, okay, if I decide to fuck with you, what can you do for me?
A lot of guys don't look at that though. They just want to have sex.
Yeah.
Not knowing that we are looking for, like, what the fuck?
Right.
What can you do? Like, I'm not just about to lay down with you. I can get that from anywhere. What you got to offer me?
What's something different about you?
Yeah.
Can you take me on a different experience? Not even just that. Like, it might not even be just money involved. Can you take me on a different experience?
What can you do
provide
for
something
period?
different that I'm not at the normal to?
Yeah.
Something different. Trips and everything. That's money still involved for you, but just different experience. Can you do something different?
So I got one for you. Shout out to Josh Adams. Because this podcast is something else. It was fun, but it was something else. The topic was to lay up or not to lay up. And I just was like, damn, he really did it this time. So, in my opinion, you know, his homeboy was telling him, like, nigga, you doing too much. What you laying up with these hoes for if it ain't meaning nothing? And he like, shit, because I just want to make her feel good for the moment. What you think about that, B?
I feel like that's a thin line
between love and hate.
Yeah, because that's growing a bigger connection than you verbally saying to me. You know, it's still stirring up feelings and makes it feel like it's more than what you saying it is. So I think you either need to keep
Is he playing with fire?
I feel like it.
Yeah.
Because as even a woman saying, you know, I'm comfortable with this, I understand what it is. The emotion, the attachment you're going to feel with a person continuously being there after the fact, after the deed is done. We just connect that way.
And then look at us crazy when we get up and get our shit and leave. Now we crazy. But I protected my peace. I just said.
She said that was crazy.
What the fuck wrong with her? Nigga, I protected my peace. Call me next week.
Yeah. I feel like, I agree. I feel like, you know, you're dealing with something. Like, you really testing the lines. But I feel like, ultimately, I feel like us as women, this is why this is the area I want us to get better on. I feel like, listen to what a man is telling you. And then operate. Don't allow him to operate on you. Allow yourself to operate on him. Because a lot of times men be saying things that let me tell you something. Men are simple creatures. Men are simple. They're very simple. They tell you what it is, and we respond with something more than what it might be. You know, at the end of the day, he can tell you, this is XYZ, we just having sex. You know, that's where women come and they create a sense narrative of competition in their mind when they are operating like how men are operating. They be like, oh, I'm about to go after the woman. Because he said this and I'm about to go after her. I'm about to find her and fuck this shit up. Because you want him to feel like how you feel, but he never gonna feel like that. Because he told you what it was, and at the end of the day, his woman is his woman. So he got a better option of doing what he need to do for her, improving himself for her. He will ever improve himself for you because he don't want you. He want her. So it's a difference. Niggas' emotions are different than what they say. But nigga really want a woman, he would change for that woman. But if he don't give a fuck, he don't give a fuck. Because there's some out here who don't care. But they gonna do what they gotta do for the woman that they want. Yeah. Bitch. She said, next topic. How you feeling? You feeling
These
better
hoes.
now? No, these hoes is for what?
For everybody.
These niggas for everybody. And it's
No, but I feel good.
That's what's up.
We cool. We touched on some stuff.
Yeah, I feel like just as a community though, I feel like we shouldn't, like, really to me, that's what's bugging me is the whole fucking, we gotta audition to be a fucking woman.
Yeah.
Fuck these niggas. That's how I feel. Okay, now fuck them all the way.
Yeah, fuck the ones who thinking in that mind and that you know, thought pattern. Because why do I have to audition to be something else?
And what are you auditioning for?
Because they claim that they naturally supposed to be providers and this and that.
But then some of them got a problem when
you're supposed to provide.
And don't want to provide.
Yeah. So that's a whole nother topic within itself.
And I not just speak of you.
And I've also heard
like this man here who don't want me to be independent.
Mm-hmm.
But then in the same token, you don't want to provide either. So what the fuck am I left to do?
Yeah. I've also heard the conversation about the guys that ask those kind of questions are the guys that aren't secure enough in themselves or don't have enough. They say guys that have it don't ask those questions. They know what it takes to keep a
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And please touch on the 50-50 thing because
because I feel like that's to me with 50-50. I feel like a lot of people say, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with 50-50. If that's what y'all go in and y'all decide that y'all want to do, that's perfectly fine. But I feel like 50-50 means also we go 50-50 on these kids. We go 50-50 on chores. We go 50-50 on cooking.
Yeah.
Everything that you can think of that we can do 50-50. Okay, you take trash on some days, I'll take trash on some days. Some days I come home to a cooked meal. Some days you come home to a cooked meal. Some days I come home, the kids' homework is done and the kids in the bed sleep. Some days you come home, the kids in the bed sleep and the homework done. Or kids out the situation, we just doing 50-50 on everything.
Yeah.
You come home to a clean house, I come home to a clean house. Beds made, everything, like, you know, those things right there makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you expect that out of me, why can't I expect that out of you if I'm paying the same amount of money?
Right.
Now 50-50. I'm still doing my job just as well as you're doing your job. We decided that I'm going to do XYZ. You decided you're going to do XYZ. So at the end of the day, I'm still meeting you at what you expect. You at work all day. You come home, all your shit laid. I feel like when a man come home and he's working and everything, not saying you women got to wait on him hand and foot. No, don't get me wrong, because shit, you still go through your emotions and things to go left, and he got to still understand that because your work ain't as hard as his work is. Your work probably more harder because he's not dealing with different emotions as far as it comes from his kids and people that he care about. Be at work and deal with people who emotions, but you don't give a fuck how they feel for real. You just like whatever. But your kids, you gonna give a fuck about how they feel. So I feel like like women's job is harder. I don't even feel like it gotta be, and me and might take this and run with it, but I don't even feel like it gotta be. That's why I feel like this shouldn't be a discussion. But at the end of the day, we really gotta talk about women's job being harder. It's fucking harder. Should it come harder from the day that we was been placed on this motherfucking earth? Like, shouldn't be harder. Y'all get higher pay. Y'all get things different. Y'all get a pat on y'all back for certain things, and when we do it, it's like it's something wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Or we be into this, or we be into that. And then let's say if you have children, you know what I'm saying? Y'all not sitting up there fucking pregnant with them kids. Y'all ain't going through that pain when it takes to have a baby ripped out your body. Like that's what it feel like.
Months of being sick. Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
can't eat
all
what
that
I want,
stuff.
can't sleep how I want, all
that stuff. And see, like mine was kind of easy, but
I'm just saying everybody don't got it.
Everybody don't. Some people sick all day around.
Some people can't even get out the bed. They be on bed rest because the doctor tell them you can't even get out the bed.
Yeah, and that's true. Like I know people who can't even because they sick all the way, but they still decide to have that child and they still decide to bring that child to this world. At the end of the day, y'all gotta understand y'all got the shit easy. Y'all got certain shit easy. Now we talk about black people killing blacks and all that. That's a whole different topic. But at the end of the day, they just not killing y'all. They targeting y'all the most because y'all supposed to be the leaders. At the end of the day, they feel like we ain't shit without the man. You know, but also y'all even showing that y'all ain't shit without us. Y'all really ain't shit without us because we need each other. We ain't shit without y'all, and y'all ain't shit without us at the end of the day. But now y'all just showing that we ain't shit. So now what that's gonna do to our community even more? Separation, divide. where people trying to figure out as women, what do I offer a man? So y'all telling me I gotta have some kind of career. If I don't got a career, I gotta have some kind of background of having a career. And then I have to be out here to keep the household together, keep whatever you need together. I have to cook. And then when you come home, I gotta wait on your every need. And then your opinion is validated, but mine is not. That's another thing. People don't feel like our opinion is validated. They feel like we act just like every other black woman, even though we got a different mindset. We got a different opinion. My mindset ain't gonna be different from yours to yours at the end of the day. From yours to mine. But they will say, oh, you responding like every other black woman. I'm responding like the black woman that I am. I'm telling you from my things. Like you're gonna tell me from your situation as a black man. But why does it have to be a divide? Why does y'all even question about this? Why don't we don't spend time talking about how we can make shit better for our community overall versus what is wrong with black men and black women? Because y'all ain't gonna never stop fucking with us like we ain't gonna stop fucking with y'all. So what's the problem?
And that's it, y'all. I'm just saying, that's it. Period. So y'all, it's been real.
It's been real.
We do got a contest going on. She gonna tell y'all about this contest. So
oh yeah,
we need to pick some winners here.
You want to say anything, Bianca, before we close out, girl? You said okay. All right, y'all. So we got a contest, and with this contest, the first thing that you gotta do is go to our YouTube page and like every video, every last one. Okay. Second thing you gotta do is subscribe to the channel. That really should be the first one because we're gonna try to subscribe. So subscribe to the channel. Third thing that y'all gotta do is go on social media, share our page or share one video that you like the most or whatever. And then you have to do the final step. Contact us on social media, write us, and tell us that you have done all the steps. We will place you in a contest, and it's going to be 2 winners. Each winner will receive a $50 cash prize. And that's that, y'all. It's simple. And I know y'all need this money. Y'all need it for all type of stuff going on. We got gas prices high as hell. We got whatever you can think of that you got. Food high as hell, inflation, just period. So if y'all need this $50 to change something or do something a little bit to help you out, get this money. The competition will be going on until this Wednesday. Today is Sunday, so y'all got about 3 more days to enter to the contest. Wednesday night, we reveal who the winner is. So stay posted to the She Say Podcast, y'all. And we out. Period. Come on. Cheers. Bianca, get on this.
My nails are so
Cheers. We out. Bye, y'all.